Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris, and on today's video we're going to talk about a fragrance from the house of Gucci. So on today's video I have a fragrance from Gucci, and this is part of their Alchemist Garden collection. This collection was very popular once upon a time. I feel like it's kind of died down. This is my third fragrance that I have actually purchased from this range, and I don't know, let me know down in the comments, are you guys just not interested in this brand? Because it seems like no one really cares for this brand or this actual collection of fragrances, and they're very expensive. I have purchased all of mine through fragrancebuy.ca, and I have purchased testers, not the full presentation. But I have to say, some of them are good, some of them are not. They are manufactured by Coty, and I love Coty doing certain things, but Coty making high-end perfumery kind of, I'm not sure. It's my opinion. So today I'm going to talk about the fragrance that really makes sense for this time of the year. It's actually called The Last Day of Summer, and this is what the bottle looks like. So it is going to be a very beautiful white bottle. All three that I have purchased have been the white presentation. They do have a blue one, they have a red one, they have some green ones, they have some black ones as well. Every single one of them does change their little icon here. So if you see that there's a little animal there, it looks like a pigeon. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if you know what it is. He is also up top here. These bottles are very heavy. They're very sturdy. They are going to be fully glass bottles. They kind of look like a ceramic type of composition for the actual bottle itself. The lid itself is going to be metal and as well as ceramic, so it's not a cheap, dingy little crappy lid that you're getting on this fragrance. And the atomizer is very nice. It's very wafty. I just sprayed it into my Red Bull. But I have to say that this one itself does have really good longevity and performance, but most of the ones or the other ones that I've gotten are not that good. And it's a little disappointing because these are very, very expensive. I believe these are 394 US dollars. I'll list the price down here below, but they're very, very, very expensive. For 100 mils, you're getting a very expensive liquid inside of the actual fragrance bottle itself, and some of them have been good, some of them have been bad. Now, the last day of summer, I feel like it's going to be a very tricky fragrance for some people because if you're looking for a fragrance that's going to be super versatile, super wearable, everyday type of use type of fragrance, this is not going to be the one for you because it is going to take a person that knows perfumery, that knows what they like, and can actually break down the fragrance and say, I like this about it, I like that about it. The reason why, we have some very interesting notes in this one. So the notes that we get are going to be nutmeg, patchouli, cypress, cedarwood, and vetiver. When you first spray this fragrance, it's going to be a very, very sharp and very harsh almost cypress note. If you don't know what cypress is, it's kind of hard to describe what it smells like, but it's a little green, but also a little woody at the same time, if that makes any sense. It's a little kind of like a pine cone, but not necessarily that smell, but you kind of get the idea of what I'm trying to describe to you. And that is what you get at the opening. It's a little harsh, a little green, a little woody, a little earthy all at once. But then the nutmeg kicks in as well as that cedarwood, which gives you that beautiful base of cedarwood for the fragrance to build on top of. And nutmeg in this fragrance is just divine. I love nutmeg in fragrances. Sometimes it's done well, sometimes it's not, but in this one itself, it is done phenomenal. Patchouli in here adds a little something something, if you know what I mean. It's going to be more of a sweeter patchouli actual note, and then the vetiver obviously is going to add a little bit more of that green grassy element into the actual fragrance itself. Overall, the fragrance has its own beautiful earthy composition with green notes and then a very milky, almost lactic type of background, which is going to make it creamy, milky, but it's going to have earthiness to it. It's going to have those beautiful green elements to it. It's a very warm, almost fall type of fragrance, which the name is obviously fitting for because it is in the fall. You would start to wear this one based on the name itself. I have to say, this fragrance is one that really surprised me because when I first got it, I said, this smells like, something that my dad would have worn when I was a little boy. Like that polo green type of vibe, those old gentleman type of fragrances. And then as I let it wear, as I started to walk around with it, I started to appreciate it a little bit more and more and more. And it's that nutmeg. It really comes alive on the skin. If you do have the opportunity to smell this fragrance in person, spray it on your arm. Even if you don't like it, you'll start to see that beautiful nutmeg note mixes it with that sweeter patchouli. and creates a very creamy, sexy, diffused fragrance that you can appreciate. If there was a drink, and I know people are going to think that I drink a lot. No, I do not drink a lot. But if there is a drink that would describe this fragrance perfectly, it would be a White Russian. This is, that's just how I see this fragrance. It's lactic, it has that beautiful earthiness to it, but it's sweet at the same time. It's a very beautiful fragrance overall. It's very much more of a dressed up fragrance, just so you do know that, and it can fall a little bit more on the masculine side. That's a little surprising because I feel like I think like all of them except the Tears of Iris have been more masculine. So two of them so far that I've reviewed are a little bit more masculine. I think it's that they're going more for that old aesthetic for the actual perfumery base. What I mean by that is that they're trying to go for a more older world charm with these fragrances. I recommend this fragrance, especially, oh yes, it is 384 US dollars for 100 mils. But I do recommend this fragrance if you are someone that really wants something for the fall and winter season. It's a perfect fragrance for that because it's warm, it's going to be creamy, it's going to be earthy. It gives you the perfect combination to really enjoy it this season. And I have to say, it's one that I really, really do like. Now, if you are not a fan of very heavy fragrances, and this is going to be the one that you want to skip out on because it's a little heavy. It's a little bit much if you are not into these type of fragrances. And I have to say really quickly, I did a video on the Belmont fragrance collection. I have worn them a little bit more. I have lived with them. And I have to say, I'm truly impressed with this range of fragrances, which is hard for me to do. I purchased this little set that you can get on their website, and the actual samples have worn very well. I have sprayed myself in some of my clothing when I have tested these fragrances out, and up until this day, you can still smell the fragrance. And I really wish these were not as expensive as they are because I don't know. They're really, really, really good. It's just that price point. They're so expensive at $300 for 50 mils. And take that into consideration with the Gucci. Gucci is 384. Yes, it's more expensive, but you're getting double the juice. Now, where I do see that this one may be better, the Belmont collection, is they wear way better than the Gucci's. They wear way better than Louis Vuitton. They wear way better than Tom Ford. They wear way better than almost any other fragrance line that I have tried thus far. But I am impressed with it. I do think that if you're trying to check out the fragrance collection, but you don't want to commit to any one of them, definitely check that out. I just had to bring it up because I feel like that video I said that some of them were unoriginal, and as I got to wear them a little bit more, they became a lot nicer to live with. So don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on this fragrance, The Last Day of Summer. Are there any from the Alchemist Garden collection from Gucci that you would like me to review? Don't forget to comment that below. And don't forget also to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more fragrance related content. I love you guys. I hope to see you on the next video. Take care of yourself and enjoy your fall season.